Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to... Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Actually, I messed this up. There's actually something specific I want to do. Hi, guys! Welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. It's going to be tubular fun. So totes. So totes. Nothing? This is bad, right? Okay, whatever. So, welcome to the special DCUO SourceCast hosted by the people of Pink. Hope you guys like the graphic, by the way. Didn't take that long today, but you know, I Photoshop. Yay! Tonight, we are going to be... I'm joined by three of the ladies of the SourceCast who have been on the show many of times, and I'm happy that they came back. First up, we have Pixie.
Hi.
And right beside her via the interwebs, we of course have Brittany.
Hello.
And then beside Brittany, and probably luckily scarfing down some pizza, we have Tikkun.
You called it! I have pizza right in front of me. Hey, guys!
I knew it! I knew it. So, we had the ladies of the SourceCast episode before. Pixie and Brittany did it some long time ago. It went pretty well. The fans kind of liked it, and I enjoyed it because it also gave the guys a night off as well. Vagrant is in Atlanta at a convention. Soups is in chat doing Soups things. And yeah, and I'm here because I have to stream it and record it. So it's not that I don't want to be here. I'm basically here. So, as we always start off with the SourceCast, Pixie, how has your week been?
It's been pretty good. People have been getting on my nerves about the new update, but it's been good.
Update's fine. Calm down.
Yeah, okay. I didn't say it was bad.
So, Brittany, how have you been?
I've been alright. Alright. Just kind of a week. I'm glad it's Friday. I will say that.
And Tikkun, how have you been, madam?
I've been great.
We haven't actually had you on for quite some time. How have you been doing in
It's
general?
been a long time. I've been doing awesome.
Kids doing okay?
Oh yeah, I tied them up in the closet. They're gonna be quiet tonight. I'm kidding. No, they're in the other room. They promised me they would be, and see now they're getting loud. They promised me they would be a little bit quiet for mommy tonight and not dance too much.
I mean, I think last time we talked, you just put them in the closet, give them some Lucky Charms, and call it a day, right?
I know, right? Yeah, they were. I think it was either on this stream or it was a stream that I did with Meps that my kids were fighting over Lucky Charms, and I got to hear it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, there are no Lucky Charms in my house this time. I made sure of it.
Excellent. So, sorry if they sound a little low, a little bit. I'm turning them up as I go, and I can't turn myself down anymore. I'm just a loud person. As soon as I hit that record and we go live, my radio voice kicks in, and it just doesn't shut off until the show's over. I apologize. So,
Great.
Calm down.
Sorry.
I've never heard you complain about my radio voice.
I never complain. I was just joking.
So, we had FNL tonight. FNL was hosted by Meps and Spittle, and myself and Zero Patriot were on it for the FNL PvP tournament on PlayStation and PC. Great turnout on PlayStation. PC could do better, especially with some of the no-sos. That hurt a little bit. As soon as I logged on, I'm like, ooh, this is it?
Weren't there only like 5 people playing on PC?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh wait, was that the villain side?
That's probably the
I can't
villain
remember.
No, there are only 2 confirmed players on villain side.
Oh, that's right too.
Dang.
Right.
So the tournaments were a pretty big hit, and I have to, during FNL, Spittle went onto the Twitter, and what he did onto the Twitter, we can't really say we're surprised, but it happened.
Water power is confirmed?
Well, that's certainly it, because if you see on screen, ladies and gentlemen, water power is confirmed. Spittle came out onto the Twitter to basically say, what would you think if we did atomic as a tank power and did water as a healing power instead? Retweet for I love it, or favorite for I'd be sad. And actually, I don't even think that's even the right number. Is that the right number? Just 100? All right, so 167 retweets and 47 favorites. So the community has answered, saying that they want atomic as tank and water as healing. Ladies, your thoughts on this?
I think water
it'd be pretty
needs to
cool
happen.
either way.
Yep.
I'm
I was
actually
never really a
surprised.
big fan of the serums.
I'm surprised.
Oh, no.
I didn't think it would happen. I thought it would be a running joke forever. And people just complaining about not having water power. So I'm definitely very surprised that he said that.
Yeah, I just need like a moment of silence, because I SW Live last year, experimental serums. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. It's a tank power, yeah. I'm just gonna get, just feel the feeling in my veins. It's gonna be so good. And even this week, Shin in the stream, one of my viewers came up with a perfect name for my experimental serums character, named Trexflex. I immediately went to spend some Daybreak cash. I immediately spent money on the spot to buy a character slot and save that name before someone else did. And now the name is on the back burner.
But now you just save it for
Yeah.
if and when it ever comes out.
Right?
Save it.
Now it's most likely not canceled. I mean, it's not like the UI. Let's just say that now. It's not completely canceled, but most likely, I mean, it is on the back burner. So with this, we're looking at seeing atomic first, and then maybe water second. We don't know which is going to come first, but I know Tikkun just really wants that water power. She really does.
I do.
You want this whole Jaina Proudmoore from World of Warcraft feel, don't you?
Yes. Oh my god, I actually just rebought because I didn't have the ebook for that. I just bought that today, so I think that that's a sign that water powers were meant to come.
Nice. So with atomic being a tank power, how you guys, Pixie, how do you feel about atomic as a tank power? I mean, we know we haven't seen anything from atomic, but just the idea of it.
I don't know, when I think of atomic, I kind of think of bombs more so than munitions. The A-bomb. So I think it'd be kind of cool.
Brittany?
I think it's a little more fitting for a tank. I guess it was a little, for me, an odd choice for it to be a healing power, but I think it definitely seems to... makes more sense being a tank class. I just want to make sure that it has a range AoE pull, because if it does not, then I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna stay range.
Look! It's okay. The only power that will never have it will be fire, and that's okay.
Pretty much. I think it's just like to just stick it to Super Patriot. He's never getting his range AoE pull ever.
I don't know though. I mean, we never thought we'd get water powers, and here we are.
Maybe a couple years down the road.
Let's lead him on just a little bit.
So we do have atomic, and water has been officially confirmed, and with the cool war effects that we see in Halls of Power Part 2, and some of the stuff in the new event, in the summer event, I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to work out. It's going to look pretty effing well. And just because I am a WoW person as well, I hope you get a War Elemental as well.
Yes, water elementals need to happen.
I hope you get like just a shark that's on like a floating tube of water, just scurrying all over
Oh
the place.
my god! But if you can get the dancing sharks like Katy Perry had, that needs to be in water powers right there.
Okay, hold on here. Stop it. No.
Yes! Only left shark, though. Sorry.
He's copyrighted. He's copyrighted. So left and
Only left shark.
So we'll get right shark then.
no one wants to be right shark.
Right?
That lazy mofo.
Oh my god, somebody right now is gonna go take the character name Left Shark. Guarantee it.
We'll check the census.
My internet was only up.
We'll check the census layer. So, all right. So this week we had game update 48.
Oh, Spittle just came in chat and said water power's canceled thanks to Tikkun.
It's all her fault, guys. You can find Tikkun on the Twitter at Tikkun DCUO.
Hey, the real thing here is Spittle is watching your stream this week.
That's
I think
true.
That's a win.
Yeah, I
That
know.
is a win, because normally he's getting ready for his stream that he cuts into my time, but it's my time, sir. My time. It's all about this. So, let us switch screens again, actually, and bring it up a little bit more, because I have to blow it up. There. All right, so Game Update 48.
Oh, yeah.
Game Update 48 came out as a surprise, right? I mean, it wasn't something that was heavy on content. It just wasn't. But it's basically a lot of quality of life that on the test server, we only could do really so much. And now that it's on live, a lot of the bugs that I know I couldn't find on test are really popping up now. But I know Brittany loves the important item flag. So why don't you talk a little bit about that, Britt?
Oh, what?
Smooth.
I didn't know I was talking about it. I was
About
prepared.
the important flag?
Don't worry, if she's not prepared, I am.
I was gonna say,
Calm
I
down.
have something about the important
I think
here.
Britt and I had this conversation earlier.
She's here for the pretty face, and everything else is gonna work.
Oh, of course. You're right.
All right, so let's talk about the important item flag. I want to start off with Brittany.
Isn't this where you can press? I don't know what it is on PC, but you can basically have an item. You can press L3 on it, and it will put like a little star in the upper. Is it left-hand corner?
Left-hand corner.
And it basically means like I don't think you can salvage the item, right?
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah, you won't see it on salvage, on the broker, on the vendor, anything.
And you can't delete it or sell it. Is that right?
You can still delete it. You'll just have to mark it. You have to unmark it from important, make it unimportant.
No, you don't.
You don't. You can still delete it off the bat. Cool, fine, whatever.
But it takes twice. It takes twice. Instead of just being prompted once, you get 2 different prompts before you can actually delete it.
Yes.
Wouldn't it make more sense for it not to be deleted, though?
I mean, you still got the choice, I guess.
It wasn't
But
working
it could-
that way when I was donating for Prestige earlier, because I was trying to donate some stuff for Prestige and it would not show up because if something is bound to an armory, it's automatically flagged. And so I got, like, I think new hands or something, and I went to donate it for Prestige, and it was driving me crazy because I could not do it until I went and re-imprinted an armory that was, like, a long time ago. I have not been using that armory, so I was, like, annoyed by that.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about this update. Is that you can't.
The biggest thing.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I think I know Brittany talked about it before in other channels, with the armory logo, you really can't tell which is part of what armory. So maybe I was thinking of a number, but then it's already so small of a logo that's really not going to work. So maybe like a number, or I'm sorry, a color coordination, where like if it's on armory 1, it's green. If it's on 2, it's blue and purple, so on and so forth. I mean, color coordinate the armories to visualize when they're in your bank and when they're in their inventory.
I think it would just be nice to unflag, because I was trying to unflag it, but because it was still bound to an armory, it wouldn't unflag. Like, if there were any way to just, like, manually unflag it, because my problem is, like, I have an armory for every holiday or season, so I have a lot of armories, and then I'll just stop using it whenever the season's over, so I have to go back and keep imprinting all of the old armories now just to delete or to donate items for prestige.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I thought that you would be able to flag the item and then have it be in your armory, but you could still like do whatever with the item, like unflag it, even if it was in your armory, and still be able to like delete it or something like that, or donate it. But you can't, and I don't like that because it's just an extra step of you having to go back to your armory, do whatever, and then go back to whatever you were doing. So if that could change, that would be great. If you could
Other
actually
than that, I
unflag
love it. Yeah.
Same.
And then next up, we have the item restore, which for everyone who is an all access member, you get one a month. But
yeah.
But here's my question. I never got the chance to ask Meps because I'm a forgetful Nelly. If you don't use it in like your first month, like right now, I'm not going to use it. So the next month, I will get that extra voucher. So now I have two item restore vouchers that I can use.
Oh, like a carryover.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're welcome, Spittle. Good feedback, ladies. Good job. Good job.
Yay!
Good job, team. So yeah, it's a question I never got to ask Meps because again I forget, and so I'm just not sure. Oh, it won't carry over. So I basically just get the one. So use it or lose it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna delete an item and restore it just cause.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to lose it.
How many items can you delete mistakenly in a month anyway?
True. Well, I mean, at the same time, how many characters can you delete and just
you mean
say
accidentally?
I've only heard a couple people who had pretty convincing stories on accidental deletion.
You have
Like,
to type the name.
Well, yeah, but like some people keep the same name, but like one of them will have a space, or the other one doesn't have a space, or they'll use an L for an I, and so I can see where people who like use the same name for everything could have some issues there.
Very true. Like JR, for instance.
Yeah, JR is one of those, but he hasn't deleted any of them.
Which he's in chat, so I had no choice but to call him out because he's never he's never here, and he's never here unless you're here. So.
Clearly, you need to have Tikkun on the show more often. Are you sure that's what that means, Trex? Jeez.
Well, fine.
New host confirmed.
Oh my god. Pixie, what happened to your phone?
What happened to that?
Did you
No.
Is that your...
Pizza, I swear it's not pizza.
I don't know what's going on. Everything's breaking.
Okay, well, Pixie stuff is apparently breaking all over the place. Awesome. All right.
I forgot to ask, though, about the character restore. What happens if, like, let's say, your account gets taken and it's happened on PlayStation and somebody does delete your account? Do you actually have to pay for that if, like, your account was compromised?
No.
Do you think that would be handled through customer service?
Yes.
Still, or
like with Super Patriot, if that crap happened to him, go to customer service, and that will get fixed there. You deleting Trex Rage just because I don't care.
Right.
And then I'll just bring him back. I might not get the same name, which I better, but I'll just bring him back. That's when I have to use the character restore feature in the game. And I meant to actually go to other MMO websites to actually get the cash equivalent, because other MMOs do have character restore, and it still costs even for other places.
I can say with great confidence it's usually $25 or more.
World of Warcraft is 25, right?
Yeah, so like everything is like
25. Everything's 25 in WoW. I mean, you go to any other MMO and most services are 25, so people in DC are kind of more fortunate in that regard.
Yeah, so I mean, $15 if you're a PlayStation, $1,500 Daybreak cash. Honestly, that's not a game breaker. And honestly, everyone on the forums, of course, will just start we're disregarding it. They didn't like it. They didn't care. It's like, that's great. So this is a service that's not for you. If one person spends $1,500 Daybreak cash to get a character restore, the service is worth it. That's it. This service is just worth it. So, $1,500 Daybreak cash, $15 if you're on the PlayStation. It's there if you need it. But also do not treat it as like an extra way to get a character slot. Because it's cheaper just to buy a character slot. Because, oh my god. That's expensive. And then with the ignore improvements. Has anyone really have anyone on ignore?
Oh,
I
yeah.
ignored my first person on my main this week.
Are we celebrating? Should we celebrate?
No. Well, I usually only ignore people on my alts because that's usually where I run into the jerks for some reason. And on my main, I don't ignore anybody. But I added my first person on ignore.
Yay!
I know, right?
So
This is very long. Wow.
I don't think I think I might have maybe 2 people on ignore, and that's I don't even know what happened there. But with the ignore feature, you will not see these people in PvE instances. You will never group up with them in PvE. PvP, on the other hand, you won't group up with them, but you may see them on the enemy team, which honestly, I would like that. I'll be okay with that. It's like, oh, it's you. Well, prepare to get your... Oh, I lost. So, that's just how I go. But you... And I love how Meps really made sure to write this as clear as possible. You have to do the ignore. You have to ignore that person before you're in the queue. You can't do it when you're in the queue because it's just not going to work. That
Right.
Yeah. And then finally, the vote kick improvements. Has anyone kicked anybody recently?
I've seen the
Yes.
boot
Yeah.
because we've had people who had to leave. The boot is a nice touch. I like that.
Das Boot?
Yes, Das Boot. That is the official name of it.
Das Boot. Yes. Now, if I remember, Tikkun, you're not okay with the 3-hour... You were
No.
shocked with it, weren't you?
I mean, I knew it was coming, but then I was like, wait, really? 3 hours is staying? I think that's kind of silly, but I mean, and the reason why I think it's silly because, I run with my league a lot. I also pug a lot, but in most of the times I have ever seen anyone kicked. I mean, I can't say that I've ever been in a group where people are just kicking unjustly. It's usually because either someone has gone AFK or somebody has to go and they say, hey, kick me. I mean, now I think it's going to turn into like a fight because somebody is going to want to be kicked and they don't want to leave, which there's only a 60-second deserter because some people still don't believe that deserter is only 60 seconds, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh.
And
yeah.
and so now it's like a fight. Like, no, we don't want to kick you because then we're going to be on a 3-hour cooldown and we don't want to deal with that. So that's kind of my problem with the 3-hour cooldown is like somebody can hold up a raid really when it comes down to it because of that 3-hour cooldown.
But okay, so here's my question about the 3-hour cooldown. If you were to make another group go into another instance, everybody that voted in favor of kicking that person has a cooldown of 3 hours before they can. If for some reason you have to kick somebody from another raid.
I think it's who started the vote, isn't it?
It's the timer will start with the person who initiates it. So if it's initiated, you'll have the cooldown. Then any person who votes for it, their cooldown will start too. And then the person who doesn't vote, they won't have their cooldown start. But
See,
but the person who initiated can't initiate again. Anybody else who voted okay for it, they can still start one. That's what I got from reading that.
Wait, so if you vote yes, you can't initiate one?
Let's see. Each player will now have an individual cooldown. The timer will activate when a player initiates a vote kick or votes in favor of a kick, whether or not the vote succeeds. Voting to oppose a kick will not activate the timer. When on cooldown, you are still eligible to vote if someone else initiates the vote kick.
So if you have the cooldown, you can't initiate a kick. Is that right?
I guess.
Is that what I'm getting?
So basically, if you want to kick somebody, if you're in a raid, you want 4 people to vote for the kick, and the other 4 people to not lose their cooldown.
Right.
Yeah.
See, it would make sense if it lasted the duration of the instance, but if you're in a completely different instance, I think that timer should reset. Like, I don't think you should still be
I agree.
holding
I
on to that
completely agree.
timer.
Yeah.
Because you voted for something else. Like, we had somebody yesterday that we were in a group with that had to go, and instead of just walking out, they disconnected. So essentially, we would have had to either sit there for the 10 minutes until their link death thing cleared, or we would have to, like, have 4 people vote yes, and then yeah. I don't know.
Well,
if I
think
like
about
3 hours
it.
cooldown.
You can run 6 happiness home raids in 3 hours.
Well,
That means you have to
Fun
go.
if you're so
I don't know about that.
If you run 30-minute runs every time, you can run 6 runs if you're running them back to back to back, and then you're gonna say there's 6 runs, or okay, we'll go back to say you'd have time to get people together. You're still looking at least 4 runs in that amount of time, and it's totally doable. And you're looking at never kicking a person during all that time.
Yeah.
Tikkun says the
we don't
6
kick very
runs.
often.
Tikkun says the 6 runs in that 3 hours because she's never ran with me. So that's her thing
She
there.
doesn't run with me either.
Well, I mean, I get why the 3 hours, to make it so you think about whether or not the importance of the kick. I get that, but I don't know if I really like the 3 hours.
And
I mean, I get how you can get around it, but still, if I don't understand why that cooldown timer would carry over into a different instance,
according to Spill, Tikkun figured out the golden way to get more kicks. So Tikkun broke the code.
I win a prize.
Yeah, JR, handle that. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right, and just a couple of stuff that happened with the rest of the update. The Armory in-combat cooldown for Armory swapping has been decreased to 5 minutes.
Yay!
No complaints.
Yes.
No complaints there. I love that.
Yes.
And then something I know Brittany is very happy about, the adjusted Black Adam strategy to be more in line with the opposing side's Superman strategy.
Oh, thank God.
But now we're not going to have any more entertaining threads. That's sad.
The community
Are
will
you
find
serious?
a way.
I'm sure there'll always be an entertaining thread.
They'll find a way. And then just for Spittle out there, Earth Brick will now properly animate both arms when using Jackhammer, which I really wanted to play on my Earth tune to see what the animation beforehand was, because I'm sure it was probably gross.
Actually, it was kind of funny looking.
I bet it was. I bet.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Gosh. Thought this was a girls' show. Why are you still rambling?
Because I am awesome like that.
He's Barbara.
Hello, I'm Bald Pilwalpa.
Wow.
Today on The View.
I can't. I can't.
My
God.
question is, who's the Joy Behar?
Snuffy, Super Patriot?
Super Patriot is the Joy Behar? You poor soul. Alright, so I'm heading over to test server because there was something cool that happened on the test server. The Tides of War summer event came onto the test server. Now, the only thing that's really it's able to be tested on the test server right now is the summer event itself. The Metropolis outdoor thing has not been... apparently there's a little bug with it and it's not ready yet. So, we have the summer event. And there's really nothing else. Besides that, I mean, they fixed some issues with players' combat rating of 105, will sometimes not get loot for the following instance: Halls of Hades, Labyrinths of Souls, Act of Defiance, and Return to Nexus. So AF2 stuff, now you're getting your loot if you're 105. Thank you. And then for powers for mental, mass terror, mass levitation, now cause reduced damage in PvP. So it's there on test, it's just not on live yet. So all you mental players out there doing PvP, racking them up now because you're getting fixed.
Yeah.
Like doggy fixed. I think I actually probably got DC. Yep, I got DC. I got loaded up again. My bad. My bad. So I'm gonna hop on the test server so I can show you guys cool things that Brittany had in her base, because she has the base items. And thank you, Brittany, for allowing me in. And then we also are going to look at the fire.
What are you doing?
Who's talking? Who's talking?
Am I muted?
No.
No. Am I muted?
I'm trying to figure out how to mute my microphone. Yeah, I don't know.
Probably put your hand over. Put your hand over the thing. I got nothing. So we're gonna take a look also at the Firefly aura that we're going to try and explain a little bit here. I know Tikkun loves it.
I do really like it, and the base items for the summer event are really awesome. I'm so glad they decided to put a statue of me in the game.
Yeah.
The Tiki statue.
Yep, that's her. And in actual size too.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm on the character screen, and you can see a little bit more. You can see it better, the Firefly aura. Tikkun, do you want to describe this for everybody?
So good.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I know I kind of told you guys, I'm from the Midwest and I moved to Colorado, and they don't have fireflies out here, and so I miss fireflies a lot, and so seeing the Firefly aura is just really nostalgic for me. It's beautiful.
And we'll log in and actually see it a little bit more. So
I was actually kind of surprised they were a little bit more green than yellow, which I mean I can understand that, but it's really cool.
Probably your monitor. You just need to tweak your monitor settings.
Is it? Is yours more? Because mine kind of. I mean, there's a yellow to it, but it's definitely got some green hues in there.
Yeah, it's green. It's definitely green. Definitely.
Mhm.
So now, and oh my god, day one, probably even like hour one, when test server came up and people read the patch notes. And yes, the aura, as you see it, is only really visible if you're idle, like standing there. When you're moving around, the aura does disappear. Now, most people are saying, hey, that's a whole bunch of crock, that's not realistic, that's not well thought out. I have to ask people, what fireflies do you know that chase you around? There are no fireflies that will chase you around. Fireflies will find you if you stand still. If you stand there, they'll just fly all over you.
Apparently, you haven't played Last of Us.
If you slow walk, they'll still find you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna creep around a little bit, and as you see, they're still there. So what you need to do is you're just basically gonna have to just walk slow everywhere. If you're, that's basically what you're going to have to do.
I think it was Meps who said we need to add a feat where you don't disturb the fireflies.
For what, like an hour?
That needs to happen. Yeah, I think that would be pretty awesome. Have to run a raid or run an alert and never disturb the fireflies. Because you can also do weapon mastery. You can also do weapon mastery and it doesn't disturb them. They're okay with weapons.
Yep. So let me actually, so I mean, if you're doing like ranged attacks from afar and not moving, your fireflies are still going to be there. When you're doing your weapon combos and you start standing still, they'll come up and they'll be there. And I actually just destroyed all the base items. No lie. No lie.
I was doing this guy.
You're so rude.
Do you have the male styles for the seasonal?
I have the shirt. I have the.
Oh, can you put the shirt on? I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
That's it.
That's it. The female shirt says it's a tank top, and it is not a tank top.
Oh, it's not.
My mama would not call that a tank top.
Yeah, I was expecting a tank top too, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's a bikini top! It's so cute!"
It's a bikini top.
So, according to Meps here, that's not a realistic portrayal of fireflies. They would definitely not hover so close to a red ring of rage superhero when he floats on his hover discs.
Well, they think that Trex is one of them because he's glowing like them.
Yay!
He's a firefly.
Yeah, I am. Brown coat all the way. Brown coats for life. If you get that reference, thank you. If you don't, then you're definitely young.
No.
What do you mean, no? It's 6 episodes of best TV ever.
Oh.
That's right, I said it.
I would rather watch classic Doctor Who.
I didn't understand. Look at that.
I think that Trex
I
should
would
show the
rather
vault.
watch classic Doctor Who.
Oh. Well, I mean, I own all 27 seasons of Doctor Who, so 26, sorry. All 26 seasons. All right, so calm down. You ain't about that life.
So good.
Yeah, you can show the shorts. You have the shorts.
This is all I have. I only have nothing else dropped for me, okay? I've been getting fossils.
You just go to the vendor and buy the marks.
Are they on the... Wait, are the tank top stuff on the vendor? Son of a gun.
Yeah.
The patch notes said they were a drop in the seasonal event. They weren't actually in a vendor.
They're in the vendor. I bought them.
Okay, then
yeah,
I will...
for the girls, they're shorts. I heard the guy shorts weren't as cool as the girl shorts, though. Sorry.
Then I will definitely show them off. After this. So, we're in Brittany's base, and yes, this is actually a life-size Tikkun statue. This is...
It is!
And that's the face, too. That nice big
so
grin.
Beautiful. I'm so beautiful.
Shiny forehead and all. And then we got this nice painting back here of Tiki statues. Got this nice stool. Got probably one of the... I'm going to have to get this. The Soda Cola Ice Cold... Yeah.
They're pretty awesome.
I like this. I like the freezer.
So cool.
Like, hey, you need a good drink? And, again, these are all Soda Colas. No alcoholic beverages, please. This is... Superheroes don't get drunk.
Ruin
We're not
everything.
Marvel. We're not Marvel. And then the Smiley Tiki statue. A great divider. Great bamboo divider. Then this nice seahorse. Oh my, wait, yeah, seahorse, yeah.
It's like a carrot. I didn't
Carousel,
understand that
yeah.
item. I'm a little confused, but it looks cool.
Did you see it in the vault? It actually makes sense in the vault, the way that they put it up in the vault. But it's on the floor. Like, it doesn't... I don't think you could throw it on the floor in there.
Okay.
Oh.
And then we got the lamps up here. Now the lamps. Nice little puffer fish. And then some green looking ball that matches pretty well with the fireflies. And then this gigantic rock of vines.
You just call it a greeny looking ball.
A green lamp, whatever.
It's a lantern.
Whatever.
It's a green lantern. I don't...
It's Tikkun got
It doesn't
jokes.
look like a green lantern.
Yeah, it looks like Hal all the way. Just round and boring.
My goodness.
I wish they had the other lanterns, like, from the vault. Because there's a couple different colors in there.
Well, speaking of the vault, let's go into the vault then.
Yes!
She already said that.
Turn up the speakers. The vault music is amazing.
All right. I muted the sound because there's an echo. So there's no...
Aw, too
no
bad.
sound.
Well, they'll have to see it for themselves.
Yes, you have to see it for yourself. Or go watch it on YouTube, because I'm sure someone else has it on YouTube. Someone has to. I think maybe Skymaster might... Lieutenant Skymaster. Good old LT.
They should just sub up just to get on the test server and hear the music.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah, $15. You'll be all access legendary for a month. Hop on test server, listen to the music for 5 minutes, and then hop off. $15 well saved. It's well. All right, so here is your new party vault. What? Yeah. Oh god, I want the blue lantern. Yeah. Orange, blue, green. Yeah, we should have different colors. Definitely colors.
Aren't they cool? Oh, I love them. Love them.
Like the art department just epically wins.
This vault is probably my favorite. I love it.
It's really nice. About the only thing that's the same is the clown at the exit. I mean, it's really even hard to tell it's the same thing.
Yeah, I guess we couldn't really touch much, could we? It's like, woo, tiki bar. Why is there a clown?
P.S. Soups is now kicking me from the league because he can't take a joke.
No, it's Sir Patriot. He'll be fine.
No, he's kicking me because I don't like Firefly. I said I was joking. I went and saw the movie when it came out.
That doesn't count.
I have
So
I
Randy,
thought he'd be
not
in a
count?
good mood. He finally got his pants.
yeah.
Right?
He's still grumpy?
Okay,
Yes.
see, I see what Brittany's talking about now. The seahorse is on the ground, just laying there, like someone knocked it over. So maybe someone
I
should go
like
pick it
the
up.
little, look at the little water. Did you see the water animation? I noticed the water animation when I was hitting the soda cooler things.
Yes, yeah, that is excellent. That's why I'm okay with water powers, because the new war effects that we got are worth it. They're Maybelline or L'Oreal, whatever.
See, that's weird because when I went through the vault, mine didn't have the like puffer fish or whatever that
What'd you get?
dropped. There was nothing there except for the soda cola fridge thingies.
Oh, that's a shame.
I don't know. It's like that. It was like that with the season or the spring seasonal. Like you didn't always get those big old acorns or whatever they were that dropped
Oh yeah, I know what
all
you're
the time.
So that
Those are
is
cool.
so that is definitely your vault, and we'll go take a look at the vendor.
Is there a giant pufferfish trinket where you can spawn those? Because that would be awesome.
Please.
Look at those. Those would be fun to throw at people.
I mean, we got the Superman ball and the Batman ball. Why not?
Yeah. And the giant pumpkin. We need giant pufferfish. That'd be painful. Look at those. That looks painful.
I ain't touching
Have you
it.
ever seen a pufferfish bite a can?
No.
They have calcified jaws, so they can bite through a tin can.
The more you
Sorry.
know. The more you know.
I have a kid who is super into this weird stuff in the ocean.
All right,
I
so
would have known it.
let's see. Find the Cape of the Tidewater. This is all stuff from last year. If it will load. Ooh. Loading
Get
issue.
your pants!
All right, I'm going. All right, Tiki Torch, Diving Helm, Porthole, Atlantean, Beach Shades. There we go. With zinc.
They're actually really cool. The shades are awesome.
Can't really see it because, it's this. But, it's right there. I'm wearing shades. We already got the beach tank, and then the beach shorts are legit shorts. Those are shorts.
I'm sorry they're not short shorts for you.
I'm okay. I think people see my ass enough that they don't really need to see it anymore. But the shorts really do show off my calves, though. Damn sexy. And then, of course, you got the Atlantean warsuit from way long ago. All right, and yeah. Okay, that's cool, because according to the feed, it's like it drops into the event. I was like, okay, well, I guess I buys in the event. I guess I didn't scroll down through the vendor long enough. So, there you go. More summer event stuff will be popping up. We'll have the outdoor event soon on the test server. No, we don't know when it's going to hit yet. I guess they're fixing some issues that they ran across. So, that is the summer event. And I might have a video about it sometime next week. I'm just waiting for the actual outdoor event. That's basically what I'm waiting for. Brittany, did you run you and Tikkun, you guys have run the actual event, right? Or did you guys come in just to play dress up?
I came in to play dress up.
Okay.
I didn't actually run the event stat clamped yet, but I mean, I know the shtick. I've done it every year, so.
Yeah, I haven't run it. I tried to. I queued for it, but I never got a queue, and I got bored waiting, so I logged out.
Well, I ran with Pinrin from the TSI. Love that dude. And I ran with him and a couple of other guys because we were trying to get the Firefly aura. And thank you, RN Jesus. You got us the auras.
RN Jesus! All
RN
praise
Jesus.
RN Jesus!
So the first time we ran it, we were all DPS and we had one controller, and we wiped maybe a minute in. We couldn't even get to the first time Ocean Master jumps into the middle of the room. That just wasn't the case. Him and the Adge just wrecked us as DPS. So I took the initiative because I'm Rage. I went tank, and it was a much smoother run. Much smoother. especially since we had a controller and I didn't need heals because I could heal myself. But then when we went tank and all DPS, I definitely burned through my colas as much as possible, and my supply drop that's apparently not on me now. They hurt. That was not the easiest seasonal event I have ever seen. I needed my role. I needed a tank. I had to round up ads. There was no way. Ocean Master still ignored me because Ocean Master does what Ocean Master does. But we still got the 4-minute under feet, but it was still just work. We couldn't really breeze through it like we could before.
Honestly, I know a lot of people hate the spring event, but to me that was the summer event because I really loved to one-shot Ocean Master because I did my dues the first year the game was out and I was a low level and, running on my alts through there and getting stuck in there for an hour. I'm like, I liked one-shotting him. I'm going to miss that.
Yeah. So, folks, learn the mechanics. If you haven't learned the mechanics or don't know it, my video from 3-4 years ago still is relevant. It is. It's still relevant. Thank God they didn't change anything. So
the switches though, when you see a cog hit it.
Yes, please. Can we make a public service announcement?
Please do.
Right now.
If you see a cog, touch it. It'll be good for you.
Yes.
Oh my God! Please stop saying that.
Oh my God! Unless don't touch the cog unless you know what you're doing and you're running fatal exams. That's the only time. Don't touch it.
Yes. Oh, fatal exams. You're my favorite, but you also hurt me. Oh, so hurt me. All right, so that's it for the summer event. I can't wait to get some beach stuff. Can't wait.
I wish that there was sand. That's the one thing I'm kind of sad about. There's no
sand would work.
Sand.
That'd be really good for an ancient lair. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, you just walk in, sand everywhere. What's going on? It's like I have a cat, and this is it. That's what we need. If we get a pet cat, a cat trinket, a trinket that brings out a cat, just
Mew.
We need to have sand. Just have sand, and it'll be the best thing ever. Best thing. All right. So that's all the good stuff that's came out this week. So now we're gonna turn it to more of the pink side, to the ladies. We're gonna have some discussions with them because they're also players of this game, and I love that we have female gamers, and I love that I have you three to always go to, especially Tikkun because she's PC and PC Master Race and all.
Yeah, I'm politically correct all the time, always.
Always. So, I first have to bring up Game Update 47. Yes, they do have feelings too, Maps. They do. So, Game Update 47 came out. Maps, you knew this.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Hey, Negative Nancy, Super Patriot, calm down.
Right?
So Game Update 47 came out, and I may actually have to go back and look at the patch notes because my mind escapes me because I'm an idiot. So, Brittany, we already got your side because, of course, you're on the show for that. So, Pixie, let's start with you. How do you feel the game is at this point with up to Game Update 47? And I'm not including 48 because 48 is basically like a lot of 48 is still new, so we haven't gotten used to it. With 47, how do you see the game now?
I love it. I honestly love it. I don't think that I've had any issues. I went and leveled up a new tune, and I've had no issues getting gear.
So the whole CR mark relevancy really hasn't affected you much.
No.
Okay.
I was a little bit irritated when everybody complained that they didn't have enough to run because I had managed to get to 122 CR without running all of the old content.
Very true. Tikkun.
And we all know I'm bad, so.
Oh my god, you don't want me to talk about this. Skip! I passed!
Nope,
I passed!
Nope, too late.
I passed!
No, shush.
Oh my god.
So,
okay,
hold on,
so everybody, take notes. No.
No, okay, so here's the thing. You and I, and Brittany, of course, we come from World of Warcraft.
Yes.
We've played it or currently playing it, whatever. When we get to a point, when our item level and our gear gets to a point in WoW, we lose access to lower instances. Basically, with the levels is you can run this instance if you're level 90 to 93. Once you hit 94, you can't run that anymore. You have to wait till you get the quote-unquote heroic version of it to even play it again, or you just walk into the instance. With your mindset as a WoW player from that world of Warcraft, with how losing access to that lower content as you progress to a higher level, how do you feel with Game Update 47 now that it's out and brought this turn of events for the game?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it. I was okay with the trivialized marks and not getting marks for lower content. I was totally okay with that up until the stat flattening came about, and the stat flattening is really what kills it for me. I mean, you know, and they have made changes, so it wasn't as bad as when we first were testing it out. Mm-hmm. It was really eye-opening the first few times testing it out. And I know, yeah, you guys all got to hear my rage about Arkham Asylum, and I will not put you through that again. But yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite thing. I actually legitimately liked running old content and helping players, and I wasn't one of those jerks who would go in as a high player and then run through and leave everybody to die. No, like, okay, I play a healer, like, almost all the time. I do DPS sometimes. I don't like DPSing as Celestial, I'll be honest. That's my main. But on my other tunes, you know, like, I run around, and so coming from the mindset of a healer, you know, I liked helping people and being that person where it's like, oh, yay, we're not going to die. And I would, you know, stay back with people and try not to overkill it. And I think that it's sad that some people killed it for others. I mean, I really liked not having to worry about it. And to me, like, especially going back to Nexus and Paradox, I mean, Paradox was my favorite raid up until Amazon Fury 2, because Amazon Fury 2 is just on another level. But Paradox was my favorite, and I feel like, you know, we spent almost a full year mastering that raid. I don't want to go back and have it at the difficulty that it was. Like, I liked being able to go back and, you know, it's nostalgic. Like, oh man, do you guys remember when we would spend 6 hours a day in here? You know, and it was fun. And to me, I mean, I'm also kind of sad because I was working on soloing EO and I was starting to get better, but the oppressor sucks. And I'm not going to get to do that for a long time now. So, you know, that's where I'm coming from. It's not my favorite thing. Am I going to quit the game and rage about it? No. But it's definitely one of my least favorite changes to come to the game.
So you have ran Nexus after Game Update 47. You have ran it currently.
I ran it once, and I mean, it's not bad, but it does heavily depend on the group, which I can see coming from a lower player wanting to, you know, learn how to play the game, and I can see their side of it. I definitely can, because they don't want to be end game and not know what they're doing. But to me, that falls on them and that falls on the community. I don't think that that should be force-fed. I think that if somebody wants to make a group of players who are all around that level, then they should do that themselves. That should be a community decision, not something that's forced on everybody. But that's just my opinion. I know most people like it. I'm just kind of different.
Yeah, the reason I asked is because MEVS had a developer discussion post talking about and showing that there are certain instances that are not tuned correctly. And I will at least say this. On test server, when Game Update 47 came out, Halls of Power 2 came out with it at the same time as test, which for us, as testers, it was hurt. Because everyone ran the Halls of Power stuff, and we couldn't really split focus. What are you laughing about?
Brittany.
Okay. I see it in chat now.
I want to answer something that Meps was asking me.
Go ahead.
My thing with the, like, going back, I didn't make my main point, and I know I've said this before, but my main point was, I agree with the stat flattening. Like, I agree with not getting rewards and, like, marks for content and making content trivial as long as that content is still trivial. If that content is no longer trivial and I could potentially spend an hour in Nexus or Paradox, I want to get rewarded for that. That's kind of where I draw the line. Like, if the content is trivial for me, I don't mind not getting any marks out of it. But if it's definitely not trivial, I still would like to get something. Whether marks is not an option, I can understand why marks would not be an option. Something would be nice, because I have all the styles from everything back there. Like, I have no reason to run it now and put myself through that.
Okay. I mean, I get it.
I do. I need it.
The reason I asked, like I was saying, Meps has a list of some instances that are not tuned correctly. They've already fixed Gorilla Island. They fixed a few other ones. They're also looking for more information, like for Black Dawn and
Vengeance.
With that Vengeance.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Which those two I will actually be running this weekend, because those are two of my favorite operations / raids.
Unbeatable is all I'm gonna say.
And I will find this out, because I have ran through a lot of Tier 4 and a lot of Tier 5 content, and I didn't find it unbeatable. I just found groups that could not follow mechanics. And that's why I wanted to ask Tikkun, was that, did you find the difficulty in the raid was that your group members weren't following mechanics, or was it the fact that the groups were just...
Mechanics are huge. I mean, you can't heal through a one-shot, so if people are getting one-shotted because now they're not as strong as they were, I mean, that's on them. There's nothing you can do about it, and you can't solo it anymore. So, I mean, I actually liked being able to be like, oh god, everybody died. Okay, well, I'll just finish this and we'll move on to the next boss,
That's honestly how I feel when I go into New Genesis for the first boss, Ingrid. As soon as she flies up in the air, I'm looking around, it's like, who didn't block? Up! 5 people didn't block. What kind of raid is this?
But see, that's okay, because we're getting rewarded for it. So it's like, I'll spend some time, with Olaf. I call her Olaf. Everybody should call her Olaf, not Ingrid.
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
Olaf.
Sorry. I forgot that her last name had the Olaf in it.
It is. She's Olaf.
Do you want to build a snowman? Put the damn stick down and we may build a snowman. Right?
She's just trying to build a snowman, guys.
No.
No snowmen.
So I mean, and I've said it before with my mindset from World of Warcraft is, I mean, when I'm at a certain point in the level, I really have no real reason to go back in there unless aesthetically it is for feats. And for me, as a personal player, I still need feats in a lot of instances, so I will run it and not care about the marks, or I will at least go run it on an alt. So I can, and so I can see the difficulty and really earn that feat, and then just use a replay badge to unlock on another character. Yeah.
Well, WoW also has another option, because I don't know if I've told you this, but my guild in WoW was actually a twink guild. So basically what twinking is where you will set your character to a certain level, and you will never rise above that level. And so whenever we wanted to run content at its actual difficulty, we would cap ourselves and say, okay, we're going to run all the level 70 content, and then we'll move up to level 80. And so, like, that's kind of how we managed it, because we still wanted that challenge, but, that was an option. It wasn't forced on us. That's kind of where I'm coming from, is, like, I just don't like that it's forced. I would like if we had options. That would be nice. But, I mean, I understand, given the circumstance and what they had to work with, that it probably was not, they probably weren't capable of anything like that.
Okay. Let's see. There's actually something else I want to talk about. I can't remember. Crap. Oh, it's basically just going to be a bunch of talking and discussion stuff. So,
I've been told I need to kick you out of the discussion twice.
Well, we don't listen to Grid, so calm it down. Let's see.
How am I being obnoxious? I've been quiet.
Who said obnoxious? Who said that? I didn't use that word.
Comment.
I didn't.
Comment.
I didn't say this word. Coming from Meps here in the chat, one thing to note is that the content will get easier and easier as you continue to level. The old content, he means. Now it's not forever.
That's true. That's true.
What?
And so,
That's a
yeah.
lovely
He knows.
thing because
He knows how to keep me subbed. Darn it.
So yeah, it's no soups, easy, buddy. With the difficulty, I mean, and especially with Paradox, with Wave and Nexus, as Tunzo has pointed out, that's right there at the end of Tier 5, and we are now, or was it Tier 4? Was that Tier 4 or Tier 5?
That was Tier 5.
Tier 5. So with Tier 5, and we're now getting into Tier 7, we really won't be able to go in there and, like, solo and let it be a breeze, still respecting mechanics, by the way, but not really going to be an easy breezy run as a Tier 7 until we get further along at the tail end of Tier 7, because Nexus and Wave was at the tail end of Tier 5.
And that's for like super good players, to my understanding. Like the average player could probably alert it or, you know, duo it, but I think that soloing probably would even start at Tier 8 for most people normally, because I know people who were end of Tier 6, you know, getting ready to start the new DLC, and they couldn't solo Gates or Prime.
Yeah.
And that would kind of be what we would gauge it against at this point in time, because that was the end of Tier 4, and we were at the end of Tier 6.
Yep. So, so I know it is the Pink show, or Revenge of the Pink. You guys really want more pink items, right?
Pink is cool.
Yeah.
I just want heals. That's my agenda, heals.
You're getting water, all right? Calm down.
Okay, but water goes much better in heals.
You're getting water.
I'm just saying, you see a girl on the beach in stilettos, it's a better situation.
My question is, why is she going through all that pain wearing stilettos in sand?
Stilettos are not pain,
though?
beauty. Yeah, flip-flops would be cool too.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Apparently you already got flip-flops. It's like one of the Amazonian styles.
Those are not flip-flops, those are sandals.
Yeah.
Understood! Okay.
They're sandals. They're not flip-flops. Flip-flops are completely different.
Well, I know my flippy-floppies, but okay.
Trex, you remind me of someone who wears socks with flip-flops or sandals, so...
Yes,
you
just don't wear Crocs. Can we make a pact here? Nobody wear Crocs.
Oh my god. Those are the worst.
I
don't know whoever invented
I am actually self-conscious of my feet. I'm self-conscious of my feet.
He wears socks with his mandals.
No.
Do you wear
I used
socks
to.
with
I used to.
Crocs and Crocs?
With Crocs, no. Unless I'm going to the airport. That's the only... I wear my Crocs with no socks if I go to the beach, because it hides my feet. It does. But then if I'm going to the airport, I do wear it with socks, because for God's sakes, it's the airport, and ew.
Wait, you actually own a pair of Crocs?
Yes. I have them because when I was flying.
Oh.
What color are they?
Black. What other color would they be?
I don't know. They could be orange or bright green or some awful color.
Dear Lord, I did not want them to stand out. I'm in the airport. I did not.
You're wearing Crocs. I mean, that right there.
Well, I didn't feel like going to buy sandals. You're at the airport. I gotta take my shoes off because I'm that questionable suspect. So I have to slip out of them super easy. So I bought Crocs.
I don't know. My kids all had to take their shoes off at the airport, and I don't think they look very questionable.
Yeah, well, I'm a black guy with a beard, so no. Whatever. TSA is racist.
Anyway, back to Pink. Back to Pink. I'm ready for more girly type auras. We fought for the pink aura. Brittany and I were talking about this earlier. We fought back and forth for the pink aura after the whole purple debacle, and you guys kept telling us that the purple one was pink, but it is not.
Hold on. I never said that. That was Zero Patriot. He said that the purple
It was
one...
more than soups. It was more than soups. I never said it was you.
Okay.
But it was more than soups.
Gotcha.
No names. Meps.
It's lavender, so I'm okay with it.
It's more of a fuchsia, though. It's more of like a purpley fuchsia.
I can go with that, too. Oh, okay.
We need more girly stuff and more girl hairstyles, for crying out loud.
Or maybe...
I just want more scantily clad stuff. I want to live vicariously through my tune. I'm a mom. I can't dress like that.
Wait, look, Meps is in the chat. Wait, what? Dude, Meps, back in the day, I vividly remember Brittany and I doing this SourceCast. It was just me and Brittany back then. And
I was still here.
You were there, but you were in chat and you kept telling us that we had a pink aura and it was the purple one.
Yeah. You would have to go back to the footage, which would only be an audio podcast because that was into video back then. So what new auras would you guys like to see?
Honestly, I'm hoping with the way the Firefly aura is that we'll get some kind of other like animated auras in the future, because I think that would be really cool. Like, you know, have you ever been in Throne? And like those little
the flames, the purple flames.
Yeah. Or like the animations
that looks
amazing. Like that would be so cool to have an aura like that, or just some of the animations that you get with like the different powers would be just really cool as auras. So I'm hoping that we'll get something like that with the release of this Firefly aura later on down the road. Hoping.
That'd be really cool. I kind of want some kind of like bat aura or something with like creatures that follow you around. Something like that to me would be really cool. Honestly, I do love my Radiant aura. That's been my favorite to hit the game, and I would love to see that in more colors too.
Oh, that would be so cool.
According to Spittle here in chat, we have more plans for our aura colors as booster auras come out of the bundle.
Preferably girly colors.
Major new aura stuff happening. Nice.
Is that why they hired an aura dev?
Well, have you seen the Batman bouncy ball? You know how, like, when you throw it, like little bats come out or something? That would be cool if there was something.
That would
I think that's what Tikkun was doing.
Yeah, well, here's my inspiration, and I'm sorry to mention another game here, but in Guild Wars, they have a staff, and it's like a bat staff, and they have like a bat sword, and there are actually itty-bitty little bats that fly all around this sword, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of, is just like bats that follow you. Or even like, I know Batman's animations, when you play him in Legends, he's got some bat stuff going on. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, just you're standing still, and all of a sudden you just have bats flying around you, like in the same orchestra as the fireflies.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then when you start, and honestly, with bats, I would think when you start moving, they would follow. I would expect that to follow.
That would be cool. Or like a cat lady aura, cats that follow you around.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Okay, we got Spill here. Apparently, I pulled the pink plasmic so that the progression of booster auras made sense and could be later expanded in a less random way. Blame me that you can't be pink. I can take it. So, there you go. It's all Spill's fault that we don't have a pink plasmic.
But that wasn't what my argument was. My argument was back to, 2+ years ago?
Well, about 2+ years ago. Oh, well.
The purple and pink thing.
Well, Meps has a bad memory. I mean, he had a bunch of robot reboots along the way in the years. So, I mean, when you read an aura, or when you read the forums, you need a reboot. Okay?
Understandable.
He's ascended to RNG's status.
He has.
Understandable. I would like more girly stuff. I mean, the population of females in the game, and no, not just guys who have female tunes, but there's quite a few females in game. We don't like being left out.
It's okay. That's why you're here, to air out some of it. It's okay. More hairstyles.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
Back on auras. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you guys know Donna Troy in Legends, but she's got this glitter shield. I want a glitter aura like that. If you guys don't know
glitter would be amazing.
A rainbow glitter aura. Dude.
Love it.
That would be amazing.
I would.
I like sparkly.
You would wear it, Trex. You would.
Hold on.
Would.
I'm telling you now, I'm still wanting the whole new movement variants. I want rollerblades for super speed. Okay, I want rollerblades, and I want rainbow to shoot out from when you're using them.
Oh yes.
So that's my whole
dash.
exactly. Even though I'm more of a flare shy guy, but the quiet ones are nice.
I will have to say that I do like the direction they're going with the new hairstyles. Like, they released that one for the St. Patrick's Day, and then they have the
Brittany
Goodness one, and then the Lashina ponytail, which I love. Freaking awesome. So,
yeah, why can't guys get that? I mean, I'm just saying.
Sucks for you.
How many hairstyles do you already have?
Some I don't use.
We just need some more pigtails that aren't bald in the middle.
Yeah.
Or just like a straight long hairstyle. I would love that.
Yeah.
Something just like there was one like with waves or something that I didn't understand. I don't know. Some of the hairstyles I don't get for the female tunes, but like some of the male tunes actually have some really cool hairstyles. So patiently waiting.
According to Spill in chat, he said that we'll like the new direction of the new booster bundle aura, which I think the next one should be coming out, I think, at the end of summer, if we're following some kind of path.
Start saving your money now, kids.
I was going to say that. I've got to start saving now. Oh my gosh. Can we have another sale?
Too.
Oh.
Brittany still won't tell us how many auras she bought last time.
I'm never going to disclose how many auras I have purchased because I swear to God, I'm gonna have to quit playing the game.
I won't even admit how many I got.
Put in is I just don't want to know.
I'm pretty sure Brittany got them a new conference room in the Austin studio.
I think that I would probably I deserve some kind of statue or some kind of like memorial or something. Like, can I get a building like named after me? Like sign. That would be fine too.
Well, I read that one report that said they're all going to be moving into a new building in San Diego. Maybe they'll just name the whole building after you.
Oh, there you go. That works.
Oh no, the Austin studio moving to San Diego?
No, not the Austin studio. The San Diego building is like moving in together.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
It was one of those things we were sharing around about Daybreak.
Oh, the Brittany bundle is what they call it internally. That's nice.
230 auras? No, I did not buy 230 auras.
So that's too high?
I mean, I had 18,000 replay badges at one point, so I guess you can do the math there and figure out how many I purchased.
Too late. Nope, too lazy. Ain't gonna do that. Nope. But still, wowzers.
This is not a math stream.
Spill here. Spill in chat. Hair has a lot of limitations due to the gear tech. Too much interpenetration. We have loosened up the rules to let players do bad things at their own behest, but unfortunately, there ends up being requests to fix it, quote unquote, when the tech does not support what they want combination-wise. I mean, that's true. We've seen it with the large body styles on the males, where some shoulders were protruding out, they were messing up a bit. So I can see that.
Yeah, I like that they have come out with some new hairstyles. That definitely makes me happy.
Well, person needs to finish it. Are you still good?
I would like to encourage everybody, if there is some kind of issue that you have with the style and you can get screenshots of it, please put it on the issue tracker. It's not likely that anything will be done about it anytime soon. But, you know, we do mark them as trivial. We'll confirm them. And then if the devs ever at some point have the time or would like to go through and start fixing some of that stuff, they're already going to have some reports that they can look through. So if there is an issue, put it on the tracker, and that way at least it's tracked. And if they ever have the time, it's there.
Yep. Use the issue tracker. Use it. Spill says stop creating work they can't do. Oh, good spittle. Good sir. Everyone's still here. It got quiet. It got really quiet.
I'm just really angry that my internet's still down.
Aw. Like, Tikkun, Britt, you guys still there? Because you guys went really silent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still here. I had a kid getting in the fridge, so I had to mute it.
Oh, okay. He didn't grab the beer, did he? I just want to make sure, because I can use one.
I don't keep beer in my house.
You say that?
I really don't. I'm not a drinker, believe it or not.
That's true.
Yeah, did you ever see me drink at SOE?
You really want to ask that
Wait,
question?
that's a bad
Because
word.
you really want to ask that question because every time I ask, like, where's Tikkun and JR at? And everyone just looked at me. I'm like, oh.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Why do you think JR had the big yardstick in his hand? He needed it.
I saw more Starbucks in your hands than anything else.
I think I only had Starbucks once, actually. He had Starbucks a lot.
Yes, he did. Oh, Phil says that he saw you smash there every minute of every day.
That's hilarious. I'm naturally smashed.
And Maps with the defense. That's great. All right, so is there anything else that you guys want to... Any improvements that you guys would like to see in the game that we haven't brought up on the SourceCast before, or anything you guys want to bring up?
Anything?
Anything.
Oh my gosh.
Open floor.
I honestly really hope to see more of the DC tie-ins, like the bombshells. I'm super excited for the bombshells, and I can't wait to see what else they can do and tie in.
Yeah, I mean, how are you guys feeling about the bombshells now?
I'm very excited for it. It's definitely different, and I really hope that we get some cool... I don't know if we would... What are we going to get? Like, skins, maybe? For, like, Legends tunes, I hope. I really hope. Maybe we'll get some new, like, kind of like how Harley and Batman...
Teen Titans for Legends?
They're just
I'm always
Titans.
gonna plug it.
They're just Titans. They're not teens.
Teen Titans for Legends. Teen Titans.
They're only Titans.
That Titan series is not gonna have some of the best Titans. It makes me sad.
It has Nightwing and Starfire. That's all it needs.
I mean, it has Raven. Raven's my favorite, but then it's not gonna have Cyborg or Beast Boy. And
yeah. Just
yeah.
Honestly though, think of the budget just for Beast Boy.
Right, but maybe like I was even hoping to see maybe a Static Shock appearance. Like that would make me really excited.
Yeah.
Although I did see a thing saying that Jaden Smith may be playing Static Shock.
I'm trying to keep this as a clean as show as possible. That's.
Wait, wasn't Beast Boy one of the SMs?
Yeah, he was. Remember? Yeah, he was the one who turned into the giant gorilla. Like it was one of the biggest surprises. One of the biggest surprises I ever had in game was when he turned into that giant gorilla, and the tank looks like a little like ant. I'm like, what is this? This is crazy.
According to Spittle, this is only the tip of the bombshell iceberg.
Oh my gosh!
So. That and I myself am happy that we're gonna see tie-ins with the DC Comics now that Convergence is over with. I'm gonna try my best not to talk about that because that was this being a DC game and DC Comics, and that was just the biggest letdown of a story I've ever seen. I was not pleased this morning when I read it. It seems we lost Pixie, but that's probably because of her internet. We'll probably get her back in a moment. Or hopefully we'll get her back in a moment. So, Brittany, what about you? What do you want to see in the game or something improved?
I personally, this is something that we talked about earlier, but I would love to see if we could get a more robust option for PvP with scrimming. I think Super Patriot has also mentioned something about this as well. Just where we can customize our match. So if we don't want to allow, let's say, if there was a way we could do it so we could not allow AMs or like weapon mastery or anything like that and just bring it back to like an old school style.
Like Mortal Kombat.
I love that.
Mortal Kombat, you can kind of choose what kind of handicaps you want the players to have. That'd be really cool. I can get behind that.
That would be awesome. And I'm not saying this for just like, regular PvP matches, but something that would just be like a private match. I would love that, because I personally don't really like AMs or weapon mastery in PvP right now. I was definitely behind it when it first came out because I thought that it would quicken some of the scrims that we did, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, and it would be really cool if somehow, some way we could get that. I don't know if that would ever be possible, but it would be really neat if we could somehow get to customize our matches like that.
I know you two are a big fan of the old school PvP.
Yeah, first year. I think what I missed the most, though, is open world PvP, and I was on the Public Enemy server, and, like, the spot I always hung out, and a lot of people hung out, was LexCorp Tower at the top of the tower, and everybody would hang out there, and there was just an unspoken rule, because this was a PvP server, of course, there was just this unspoken rule that you don't hit anybody unless, like, you're gonna duel. And so, like, there were heroes up there, there were villains up there, and if a hero went over there and hit a villain, then everybody would go and, like, kick that hero out. Like, even the other heroes would start yelling at him. Like, it was crazy. There was just this, like, unspoken, like, gentleman's code on top of LexCorp Tower. And then anytime the ring war would happen, it just went into an all-out brawl, and it just got crazy. But that stuff is what I missed. I really missed the open world stuff, and it's kind of sad that not a lot of it goes along, or not a lot of it is going on right now. I mean, occasionally you'll see stuff at the Superman statue, but it's not like the first year of the game.
Yeah, that's what we had to. I remember on our server, we were at the park, the park right by the villain base in Metropolis, and it was that wall. Like, we would just fight right there, like, all the time, or we would duel, or we would do something. But it was like, right there is where you met if you wanted to do, like, open world PvP. That was what it was like on our server. I miss that. There really isn't a lot of open world PvP, although I think it was maps that came and invaded our server, and there was, like, this huge brawl in Gotham by the park, and it was super fun. That was freaking awesome. Oh, Centennial Park, thanks.
I mean, we're seeing MEPs come into the watchtowers and the Hall of Dooms on multiple servers, causing mayhem.
Oh, it was so fun. What was even more awesome is when everybody DC'd. That was great. But it was funny, though, because, like, the villains, obviously there aren't, like, a ton of, compared to the hero population, it's not as big, but they managed to push the heroes back from basically, like, the mid part of Robinson Park all the way back to the hero base. Or to Diamond District PD. It was so funny. Poor heroes.
Yeah, I'm kind of wanting more. I think that might also jump back a little bit of PvP as well. If we can really have, like, Meps and Spittle just hop into Metropolis, meet at the Superman statue, Superman and Lex Luthor fighting, and literally have the villains and heroes join in to try and defeat the other opposite faction person.
Oh, that would be fun. Wasn't there something like that on beta?
That was the
beta event or something?
I was told it was the last day of beta, where apparently it was like Jim Lee was playing as Batman, and that was the end of it, where villains had to defeat Batman and think like the heroes had to defeat Joker and Gotham, and that was the last day of beta. Just having that gigantic battle.
I wish we had some open world bounties like that. That'd be fun.
Cool. Or, like, something that spawns randomly, and, like, a hero or a villain could get credit for it for that time zone. Oh, well, again, I hate to, like, go into other games, but I know I've played other MMOs where, like, they actually have an open PvP world map that you could go into, where it's, like, you can capture a tower, or, like, you try to capture all 3 towers, and it's just an area that's open all the time, and you can just constantly, fight for control over the area, and you could make it so, like, in that area you get perks. Like, if you're farming for stuff, you get more, or, you get buffs, and, I mean, like, there are a lot of cool things that I think could be utilized to bring back, or done, things that could be done to kind of revitalize that open world PvP.
No, we're not talking about like Hand of Fate. Like, well, I mean,
No, not open world. This would be like a zone that is dedicated to PvP, not like I have to. Nothing to do with PvE leveling, because PvE leveling should be instanced off like that. I think we all learned our lessons there.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking something for rewards. I was just thinking of it would just be fun to go out like we did. Like when MEPS came to our server, like there were no rewards in that. It was just fun going out there and beating people up and killing these bounties and then watching people get annihilated.
Yeah, I wouldn't really think of rewards either. Just like a zone or a map where you can just go and knock out each other, and maybe you get some bonuses in that zone just for trying to control it. So you have some kind of objective. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, something like if you're in Metropolis and you have control of the ring war, if you have control over it, then and then like do 2 other things PvP wise. I'm trying to. You might have to like create nodes and areas besides Ring of War, but you control Ring of War and like 2 other ones, and then if the heroes have it, then like Sinestro and some of the Sinestro Koi spawn. But you have to be in like PvE stance because the villains will come and defend them. It's not really a PvE aspect; it's more or less PvP.
Yeah,
just try to bring that in there. Because I mean, if you bring in an iconic, and players want to fight the iconics, that's what we always hear day in and day out. That we want to run stuff with the iconics. Well, here's an iconic. Do PvP with an iconic. Go for it. Just rock with them, and you're with your tune as a villain fighting alongside Sinestro, killing heroes.
I wish Cypher was in your stream. We had fun one night. I can't remember what it was. I don't know who spawned these lanterns, but we had like this huge battle in Gotham by like the Ace Chemical area, and there were a bunch of different lanterns there, like all fighting each other. And poor Cypher came over and just got wrecked by, it was Hal or somebody, because he was on his villain. But that was just fun. Like somebody was, I don't know who it was that was spawning him, because it was like late. I mean, it was late for me, and I'm on the West Coast, but so I don't know who was on spawning these characters or whatever, but I don't know. It was just fun. Like I was streaming too, so like they just spawned a bunch of different. It was first like we were going through the different SM bosses, so we had a bunch of those, and then it kind of turned into a lantern war, and it was really fun.
All right, well, according to Spill here, the iconics are insanely expensive on the perf mod to performance. Not supposed to have more than 5 on screen at a time. Understandable.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh, well then.
I guess
that's surprising. I wouldn't think that, but that's surprising. It's good to know.
Very. It is. Thank you for being so open with your information, sir.
I'll have to look through my videos, see how many iconics were out. I think there were more than 5. But it was fun.
But I mean, and most of the time when I'm in Metropolis, just running around, just doing my own thing, I seen the Ring of War pop up, and I do remember, like, I still don't have this feat done. Let me go. And I'll join in sometimes. And really, it does get boring because you're only there by yourself.
I think the biggest thing was, yeah, it's boring, it's by yourself, but I think that if people were allowed to reset it, I think that there might be more activity, because some people just want to spam it and get it over with. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I'll just keep paying the replays to replay the solo thing over and over and over just to get it done the day that I have time to get it done. Mm-hmm. But, like, for that, you actually have to do it once per day. Like, you cannot reset Ring War or Diamond Heist, and I think that if you could, then maybe there'd be some more activity going on there, because you could be earning, even just a few marks for rerunning it.
I will say, when you're in the Watchtower or the Hall of Doom, having just something in chat or even an overhead display that pops up saying, hey, Ring War is about to start in such and such minutes, when you're inside your own base. So you know when it's happening if you're not in the city.
I'm all about audio cues for me personally, because I tend to walk away from my computer, or I'm cooking dinner, or I'm doing something else. So I like audio cues. Like if something came over the communicator and would just say, hey, you know, you could turn the communicator on and off, and if you have it on, then it would tell you what events are going on. I think something like that would be neat.
Okay. I mean, and again, I'm not the PvP guy. I'll PvP if I get my arm tied or yanked or something, or if I'm with the guys from Galactic Goonies and we just do some legend stuff and just have a blast doing all Shazams and all of us just yelling Shazam and TeamSpeak. It's what we do.
I thought that was like every group now.
Yeah, I think everyone does. Yeah. Does that happen on PlayStation? Because I know you guys are always in headsets. Do you just have players just yell out Shazam when they're playing as them?
No. But maybe, at least on my groups, but it could happen in other groups.
So what you're saying is you have the adult group and everybody else is children.
Oh, we're far from the adult group, but
yeah, I know you got OP with you. Yeah,
exactly. But
you guys are the cool kids, and we're the geeks.
Speaking of that, I can't wait for Crossplay.
Oh, I know, right? Yes, Biddle, Crossplay.
Oh, yeah. If you want to give updates, that'll be great.
Some bombs. Let's drop some bombshells. Please.
I mean, I for one, I am definitely excited for Crossplay, and I think I will start getting into the habit more of using the in-game voice channel. Because, I mean, for PC players, we have our voiceover programs. We got TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, all this other stuff. And then on PlayStation, they really don't have that. They have the in-game voice, and they use it religiously. Because that's the only way they can play. For PC, we're going to have to get used to that. And I will say, it has gotten better since it was day one. I mean, it has gotten tremendously better. Because I remember when I first used it, when the game, in its first 3 months, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Ventrilo. Let's do this. I don't want any part of this. This is horrible. But it has gotten better. So I think PC players are gonna need to start adapting now instead of just waiting for crossplay to happen and then hear the PlayStation players go. PC players need to use headset more. You gotta use in-game voice.
See, I don't think it'll be as bad as everybody says it will, because we have people that, when you're in groups with people, you have those people that don't talk, that just type out stuff, or just don't type or talk, and you can still get through the content just fine. I don't know. I just don't think it'll be as big of an issue as people think it will be. I think that, if you're running with people that you know on the PS side, then most likely you guys might switch to group chat or, in-game chat. But I don't think it's going to be like oh my god, you're going to get kicked from the group because you're a PC player and didn't switch to group chat. It could happen, but I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal as people keep, on the forums we're bringing it up, making it to be, so.
Yeah, you say that.
I definitely agree with Britt. I agree with Britt, but that's because I pug a lot. I mean, and I pug end-game raids, and when I pug, I don't see myself using in-game voice even when crossplay does happen. I mean, maybe if I'm with, just playing with some buddies on PS, I will, but I don't see myself regularly using it because, we have kind of a collective TeamSpeak, and so we have people from other leagues who will hop in and just say, hey, what's up? And so it's kind of like a community thing, and when you're in the in-game, it's not really like that. I mean, you could make a custom channel, I guess, but
yeah.
For me, it's different. But anyway, going back to it, I do pug a lot, and when I pug, we don't use voice at all. We type everything out, and we pay attention to each other, and we really don't. I mean, rarely do I run into a raid that just cannot finish. It's very, very rare.
Brood mother.
So.
Brood mother.
Yeah. That's a long time ago. Honestly, and I'm sure I've probably told this story before, but, back when I was pugging everything before I had a league at all, and FOS was out, it took me 2 months before I ever saw the end of FOS, and I thought that after you beat Supergirl or that first boss that the raid was over. And it took me, probably a good few weeks just to get past the ads in FOS 2. That
just
was
curious
pug.
if you guys can
That
hear
was
me.
pug life.
Yeah,
I can
we
hear
yeah
you.
we got
Okay.
you. Welcome back.
That was old school pug life. So when people complain about raids and when people complain about Paradox, I'm like, dude, do you remember pugging FOS 2? Like,
Oh
really?
my god, the inner days. Oh.
Oh yeah,
We're
God,
not
those
talking
two.
about like 2 hours. We're talking about like 8 hours in that raid.
Yep.
Oh, these guys don't know about hard raids.
That's right. You kids these days just don't know.
Oh my gosh, this is a 2-hour raid. Oh, come back. You should have been playing when inner was the top raid.
It's like you get excited when you get past a few waves of ads without people dying. It's like, yes, we're doing this.
I remember my first time in Inner, and this was after I just got done with World of Warcraft. I'm playing Inner, and we have people dropping left and right, and because we're in hour 3. We're in hour 3 trying to get through this, and people are dropping, we're bringing new people in, and then the final guy just called it, and he messaged me just like, hey man, I'm sorry this happened. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I could have gone at least another 2 or 3. If this is hard for y'all, you don't know until you've been in a 40-man raid in Molten Core, and you've been in there for 4 hours, and Rag just won't go down. 40-man raids were a thing.
You could literally fight the same boss for an hour or 2 hours in WoW. I mean, and granted, I'm not going to say that I want to go back to that. I love WoW. It's very nostalgic for me, but I am an adult and I have children, and an hour for a raid is perfect. I mean, I think that DC has the perfect model in terms of time commitment and life commitment. Like, I can't go back to my WoW days. There is a reason why I did WoW when I was younger, because I had nothing better to do, but now it's like, I can't do that anymore.
WoW is a young man's game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they've gotten a little better about it, but still, DC has the perfect time commitment, money commitment, everything commitment for me.
And I am an adult with no responsibilities or children, and I would go back to 5-hour raids. I would be okay. That's why I'm okay with being in New Genesis or Happiness Home or anywhere else in this game and spending about 3 hours, because I've gotten used to it and I have no responsibilities.
See, but if we did have raids like that, I would hope that we could have like checkpoints or progress points.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I would not mind if we had long raids like that. If we had the ability to go in,
and now
we left
progress
off.
points makes that possible. I mean, I would love to see progress points used in that way, where you actually have one raid, but it takes you the whole week of playing like an hour every night to complete that raid. I mean, I could definitely get behind something like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I definitely like that too.
Yeah, and that's what with WoW is. It's like you have a raid, but that raid is actually 4 wings, and each of those wings could take about 3 to 4 hours on a raid night to learn in the master. And then when you finally get to it, you have the entire week of running that raid to master it. And you don't even have to go back into that wing because it's already done. You don't have to go back into it until reset.
Yeah.
And you just keep progressing.
Yeah, just like I think progress points, it would be so cool if they could use it in that way to make some really intense raid situations. Yeah,
Meps, Spittle.
I agree.
We have.
I think they went to sleep already.
I think so too.
Nah,
take notes. Take notes.
No, they're an hour behind. They're fine. It's only 9 o'clock for them. They're good.
They're an hour behind.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. They're central.
It's 8 o'clock here.
It's 7 o'clock here.
Yeah, see, so I mean, Brittany is basically now having dinner.
I will after the show.
So Pixie, you missed it. I was just basically going around the room and saying, what would you like to see improved in the game?
Ooh.
Like your number one thing that you would like to see either new or improved in the game.
Wow.
She has nothing. It's a perfect game. Yay! Perfect game.
No, I mean, I would say, wow. I'm gonna take the route. I don't know if Brittany took it because I was gone. Maybe fix PvP and take it back to how it used to be.
Yeah, we hit that.
Old school.
I mean that's my only thing right now is I remember PvPing back then, and I won't PvP now because it's terrible. If it was like it used to be, I would actually PvP.
I went from PvPing every night, like any kind of PvP, just like, some of it pug, some of it pre-made, some scrims. We would do a lot of stuff. Over the years, I've done a lot of stuff. And, I went from Thursdays were raid days. I'd do all my raids, and then I would, reset them every once in a while. But every other day, it was like 6 days a week, it's PvP, and 1 day a week, it's raiding. And I kind of miss that. I don't do that anymore. Now it's like a lot of PvE, which is good too because, I feel like the focus has really shifted on PvE. So there's a lot of PvE stuff to do still.
I still have a lot of PvP feats. I would probably have a boatload more skill points right now if it weren't for the fact that I won't PvP.
Yeah, I definitely miss it. I miss the oldest. Like, I like the changes that they've made to PvP. I like that no home turf isn't allowed. I like that the combat mechanics have been like tweaked.
My favorite is the gear. I like that the gear is one set of gear and you just mod it however you want.
Yeah, I'll say it took me a while to get used to that, but I have to say I like that too. It's nice not having to get like 2 sets of gear anymore. It's just one set of gear, and if you want to do like a different role or something, you just mod it accordingly. But I don't know. I miss old school PvP. I definitely miss it. Before AMs, before Weapon Mastery, that was, even with the problems that were in there, I still enjoyed PvPing back then.
Back when you can actually take in a PvE trinket into PvP.
Well, see, like, when we were PvPing, like, we actually did bare bones, so we didn't do belts. We just did no belts, so you can either choose if you want to use Breakout Trinket or a consumable, but I don't know. Even with, like, home turf in there, it's just scrimming back then was really fun, so I miss that.
Yay.
All right, so I'm going to call it now before we get a little... I mean, I have one thing more I could talk about, but I mean, I think it's a good time to stop. I mean,
hold on. Actually, wait. Is Soup still in chat?
Ooh, he's in trouble.
He is, because he told me yesterday, I have a serious question for you girls. He's like, and I'm not going to ask you because I want an honest opinion.
Oh.
If it's about his pants, oh my god.
Can we all just give a round of applause the fact that Soups finally got the sharpshooter pants legitly as a drop? Just, congratulations.
Yeah, by the way, he looks in chat. Oh yeah, my question. Yeah. You're welcome for reminding you.
Now remember, this is The View, and we'll cut people. Barbara can cut, all right? She's a fighter.
Barbara cuts people?
Yeah, she's a fighter.
Orange is the New Black style?
Oh my god, I love that show.
I've never seen it. I was hoping that reference was appropriate.
Extremely
I think it was.
Yes.
I've heard good things.
I hired her for you.
So basically,
it's going to be about sandwich making. Oh my god.
I swear.
No,
it probably is.
I don't know, but he's still typing, so I'm a little bit worried.
It's going to be about sandwiches or pants.
Or height.
How are those the 3 things to have a topic about? What is that?
It is Soup.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, Michael
Is this
Gray.
like a really long question or something?
Yeah, it must be.
I think it's a book. It's a novel.
Yeah.
Trex is going to have to narrate it.
Oh. Okay. Captain Janeway is in Orange is the New Black. She is, and she still kicks ass. She still does.
Are you paying Soups per word? Like Charles Dickens style?
I don't pay him.
What the heck?
I don't even pay
Paying
myself.
him per word in this question?
Like, are you in-game on PlayStation to know if he's typing?
No, I don't.
Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. Question. Britt and Tick originally started playing this game as healers, as did the other 2 who couldn't make the show. And,
okay.
Jimmy and Rue did sorry. Did you choose to be healers because you are heart-nurturing women?
No. I have a theory. We talked about this in my league. Here is the theory. It's not because of my nurturing heart. It's because I want to control the lives of all of you men and tell you what to do.
That's
life is in my hands.
That's pretty legit.
Depends on me. It is legit.
That question has nothing to do
Okay.
with me. Cool.
So, here's the thing with me, though. I actually started out as ice, and then I didn't know what a tank was and had no idea how to play the character. Had I stayed with that character, if I would have known that ice was so OP back in the day, I would have stayed ice. But I went nature because my friend who got me into the game was like, oh, make a nature tune. It's really cool. And I didn't really look at any of the powers. I just made a nature tune. So, yeah. But
And
now
also-
it's come full circle because I'm a tank again. So there you go. See?
In all seriousness, for me, I actually, I came from WoW. WoW was the MMO I spent the most time in, and I was a warlock. My end game tune was a warlock, and so warlocks are. Yeah, I know. I was a gnome warlock. Can you believe it?
So basically, how to play a warlock is you place your face on your keyboard and just roll around.
No, it's not. You make portals
Wait.
so everybody can go and raid the cities. But anyway, going back to that,
Yeah.
I really liked the warlock character, so I really was attracted to the sorcery power set and the way that it looked, because it kind of reminded me of that like dark necromancer type of power. So that's actually why I just really liked the look of it. I almost went mental, which would have also been fitting, but
Yeah, did you
Right.
just see the question from me?
Pix. Here's
Pix.
Pix. Did you become a controller because you are a control freak?
I don't know, Soups. Answer that one for yourself. You are in league with me.
Ooh. And then Spittle comes in with, I play tank because I have testicles and I feel the need to protect them as best as I can. That's why he has Brick. He's a
I will
ball
say that I
protector.
out of all the classes, I love playing a tank because I can essentially control how the fight goes, and it's a very annoying. I like just to go, go, go. I don't necessarily like to sit there and wait, and that was a big thing for me when other people would tank is they would wait before every pull, and I'm like, let's go.
see,
So
that's why I play healer, though. It's funny you say that, because I play a healer because I feel like I can really control the battlefield in that way, and like I'm one of those healers that people probably hate, because if they're moving too slow, then I will run ahead, pull ads back to the tank, and then keep healing myself. So I'm a puller. I will definitely, if I think you're moving too slow, I'm gonna pull stuff and I'm gonna run it to you, and I'm used to that. So it's funny because I kind of feel the same way. I like to keep the pace up.
She is a player of my own heart. Because I play a tank, and I love the tank role because I like to be the first person in. And like Brittany, I feel you really control the pace of the fight. And because you have everything and you're protecting your own people, and you're just taking all of that brunt from you. Because I came from World of Warcraft, I played a druid, which I was a jack of all trades.
Druids!
I was a jack of
I had
all
a druid
trades.
too.
Yeah, because I could be the tank, I could be the healer, and I could be a melee DPS, or I could be a ranged DPS. I could be everything. And
Can we have that power? We need a class like that in this game. We need a class that can be everything.
yes.
I miss that.
Yes, oh my god, that'd be so OP. I would love every second of it.
I know, right? It's just OP. The class to end all classes.
It's like healer went down. That's okay. I'll switch to heals. Armory. Let's do this.
So, Britt, I'm going to take your challenge, by the way.
a challenge? What?
The tank challenge.
Oh.
What's
Okay,
this-
make sure to
I'm
shoot
going to take
please.
it.
What's this tank challenge?
I'm going to take it.
My
I'm gonna work
secondary
on that tune.
was tank for a long time in WoW too, and I couldn't tank in DC because my computer couldn't handle it for a while. I'd pull stuff on me and then I'd start lagging horribly, so I'm working on getting my tank up there now.
Well, technically, I have 2 tunes to continue working on now.
Yeah, I'm actually going to play my munitions character tonight because I got to do some CR mark relevancy testing so I can figure out...
Munitions is fun.
Oh, God, it
I have a
is.
new villain, and then I have my tank.
Who whistled?
That was my phone.
It's the
Sorry.
phone.
That was the goodness of me being on Skype on my phone, is you guys didn't hear it every time my text went off.
Or you can mute the phone.
I can't. I don't know how on my new phone.
You can't turn the volume button all the way down?
No, God, it doesn't work unless your phone's ringing.
What do you have?
I have an S6.
Okay, no. I have an S4 for God's sakes. It's the same technology, a little bit.
Yeah.
Same functionality.
Yeah.
If you have
pull down on the top, and I hit sound, mute, silent, and it still makes sound.
Mine's on mute. I could turn my webcam on, and it's on mute.
Mine's on mute too.
Then you're truly on mute because you're still getting notifications. Your notifications are still on. You gotta go into your settings. Boom. Oh, that was Vagrant on Pixie's phone. That's why she's keeping an update. Gotcha. Understood.
It's not Vagrant. Sending me pictures from MomoCon. Are you jealous? No.
I would be. Thank God. I would be. So, all right. Well, that is it for the DCUO SourceCast, hosted by the people of Pink. I don't really have a graphic for the shameless plug because I was lazy. And so, Pixie, where can people find you?
You can find me over at the Twitter at DCUO Pixie, and randomly streaming here on Twitch at DCUO Pixie, and I have a YouTube that I'm actually going to start working on here. Other than that, right now I've only got videos of my kids shooting at DCUO Pixie.
Okay. Brittany, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch at Britteny _ or on Twitter at PinkRanger _206.
All right. And Tikkun, where can we find you?
I am at Tikkun DCUO on Twitter. I don't Twitch yet, but you guys see my Twitch name down there. Someday.
Someday. And you can of course find me over at facebook.com/Trexlight, and you'll find me also on the Twitter at This Is Trex, on my YouTube channel at youtube.com, and follow me here on Twitch. This is my Twitch channel. You just hit that follow button, boom, you get to know when I go live, and it's all sorts of fun stuff. Yay, fun.
Yay.
For the DCUO SourceCast, though, I will at least click that because I don't remember everything. For DCUO SourceCast, you can find us on social media. Just type in DCUO SourceCast, or just type in SourceCast on Facebook and the Twitter, and you'll find us. Easy peasy. You can find all the SourceCast videos over at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Trexlight, in the SourceCast playlist. And you can find all the audio on iTunes, or you can go over to Trexlight.com and listen there. And if you guys have any suggestions, for myself, or when Super Patriot and Vagrant are on, or next time when we have the ladies on, if you guys have any suggestions or a question, email us at dcuosourcecast@gmail.com, and we'll read them here live on the show and answer them and just have a fun time. So, and as you see on screen, you can follow Super Patriot and Vagrant. Vagrant's actually, that's his old stuff. I haven't updated his new stuff because he hasn't given it to me yet because he's lazy and whatever. So I want to thank the lovely ladies of the SourceCast for coming on, and a shout out to Jimmy, to Jiminous Gamer, to Jimmy, and to Rooted. They were supposed to be on the show, but life gets in the way, and we just deal with it. So we'll try and have them on later. Jimmy is coming back on a new channel, more DCUO videos, more Legend Spotlights, because I know everyone absolutely loved it. Jexio, you calm down. We do not need that every month. This is not a PMS podcast.
Yes, we should. We should definitely have at least once every few weeks, I think, just to break it up.
No.
I think she's saying that Super Patriot's boring.
I thought yesterday or last week was his last show anyways. So...
Yeah. Wait, I just...
What?
I say this for everybody because I think they've been waiting all night for this because Vagrant's not been here, but so good.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Somebody had to do it.
Someone had to.
So good.
Decon, Jimmy is actually coming back to DCUO because I talked her into it and I paid her lots of money. Be sure to follow if you're just tuning in for the first time for DC Universe Online. It's a great free-to-play game. Great player choices to play as you go your way on how you want to play. Follow them on the Twitter at DCUO, and follow the great creative director that we have, at Spittle, Mr. Jens Anderson. Be sure to follow him on Twitter. And you can also follow Meps, our community manager, on Twitter as well. He's at DCUO, but you can also find him at Always Meps. I still don't understand the name. I remember he told me. I just don't remember. Okay, now everyone's asking about what DCO is. Well, it is a free-to-play MMO based off the DC comic books, probably into the style of the old Justice League animated TV show. It's where I put this era at. Is the Justice League animated TV show? That's where I put it. It just feels like that.
It's fun. You should play it.
It is fun.
Love it.
Play it. It's got the best combat ever.
Yes. Yes.
Best combat ever.
It has ruined other MMOs for me. It's very hard to play.
That's how I feel too.
Because of the combat system. It's hard. It's just, I love that it's so fast. It's like engaging. I don't know. I love it. Love it.
Wow,
Sorry.
Spittle, really?
Yeah, DCO is not dead. Some people still play this. If you're on the villains, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But do you ever get that when you're streaming though, Trex? Like you're streaming DC and people are like, "Oh, people still play this game?"
I get those
like,
sometimes.
What?
Sometimes. I get them
so
more. I get them more on YouTube. I definitely get those comments more. It's like, why are you still playing? This game sucks. Or I get them sometimes on Facebook, and I'm just like, look, just leave. If you don't like the game, that's your thing. You don't have to come and try to rain on my parade, okay? I got my hate umbrella. All right, I'm all sunshines over here.
Of course, people still play this game.
Yes, because it's still online. All right, guys.
Well,
Not good pun. Not a good pun at all.
Nah, not really. So we were at 145 views tonight at the start. Because, I mean, of course, when you start off, it starts off good. But then when you get draggily down, people start going away. So we're at like 82 people. Well, 82 people, congratulations. You're going to be part of the giveaway. I got 2 $10 PSN cards. Because I still don't have Daybreak Cash at GameStop yet. They don't have those cards yet, so I'm still having to do PSN giveaways.
PSN or PS. I'm thinking of something. I could use that PS card because I have a villain now and I need another armory so I can have my troller gear.
There you go.
Yeah.
Decon, I'm working on a mod only giveaway. I just have to figure out how to do it. So it's in my mind. It is on paper even. So, so I'm going to close out the podcast, and then I'm going to switch over to a different screen, different graphic, and we'll start up the giveaway. So I want to give a shout out to Miss Pixie, Britteny, and Tikkun. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on tonight and having a good Friday night with me. So I can at least go down in history saying that on a Friday night I was with 3 women.
Wow.
Lesbian all the way. I tell you what.
That was the whole point of this, wasn't it? Trex just wanted to say that. That line was the inspiration for all of this.
Yep, the whole show.
Yeah. And I was hoping I had 2 more so I can get 5 and just say, I have 5 women! I'm a pimp!
Oh my god.
And 2 Asians! How you like that? That's
Oh.
what...
Aww.
Okay, time to end the show. Good night, folks.
Alright, good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thank you all so much for watching. And be sure to find us everywhere. Find us in-game, too. Pixie loves talking to people in-game. Ain't that right, Pixie?
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll figure out real quick what my ignore list is if you ninja invite me to anything.
Alright, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.